Hello, dear students. I am Abdul Rahman, Assistant Professor of English, Government First Grade College, Chennagiri. Now I am discussing in this session about Victorian Literature Part 1, which is prescribed for BA Optional English, 5th semester students of Davangere University. This is my 16th session. Now I am going to discuss with you and bring the information of Robert Browning as a great poet of Victorian literature. This is the photography of Robert Browning. You please go through this. Uh, the learning objectives of this session to make understand our students about Robert Browning's life and his poems and the style of his writing, that is dramatic monologue, the irony, dark humor, characterization, and social commentary which he is used in his poems. So, after listening to this session, that the students will be able to understand the unique writing style of Robert Browning, that is dramatic monologue, behavioral analysis, and the character portrayal. So, before going to understand the contents of this session, we have to recall that we have discussed Alfred Lord Tennyson's poems in the last class. That two poems have been discussed: Tears, Idle Tears, its background themes, and then the Ulysses poem and its themes have been discussed in the last sessions. Now, in this session, that we have to concentrate on the is another important poets of the Victorian period, Robert Browning, and his biography needed. That we have to uh, concentrate on Robert Browning as a poet and his early lives, that his major works, but very unique aspect we find in Robert Browning's writing, that he used the dramatic monologue. We have many themes that he has used in his poems, and I have also given you reference for additional information. So, about Robert Browning biography is concerned, uh, he was born on May 7th, 1812 in Cromberwell, London, England. Occupation of Robert Browning was an English poet and a playwright. Started writing from 1818 to 1889. His notable works, The Ring and the Book, which was published in 1868, he was regarded as the master of dramatic monologue. That is, he died is uh, on December 12, 1889, at the age of 77 in Venice, Italy, and is buried in the Poets' Corner in Westminster's Abbey. So, the major themes we have in this in his poetry: the relationship between art and morality, power, language and communication, jealousy, madness, hatredness, art and culture. Which are those? Let us try to understand about the major themes of his poetry, the relationship between art and morality. You know, the relationship between art and morality. So Browning's populated and popular poems with evil people who commit crimes and sins ranging from hatred to murder. You know, the dramatic monologue maintains a grief distance between himself and his creations. By change, changing the voice of a character, his character served as persona. You know, so the poems, the audience, nor his created judge or criticize him, because the responsibility of judging the character's morality is left to the readers. You know, the next point, next theme is power and status in his poetry, particularly in the poem My Lost Duchess. This poem is all about power, the political and social power wielded by the speaker, the Duke, and his attempt to control the domestic sphere, that is through marriage, in the same way that he rules his lands. He rules with an iron fist. Wives need to be dominated. Servants need to be understand his authority. And fancy objects in his art gallery displays his influence to the world. If he decides to show them kindness, joy, and emotions are all threats to his tyrannical power. So, Robert Browning, language and communication, the theme of language and communication. In the poem My Lost Duchess, choices about what to communicate and what to withhold are the means by power. The Duke sees communicating openly and honestly with someone about the problems with their behavior is impossible because it would compromise his authority. The next theme is jealousy. The Duke in the poem My Lost Duchess is almost an allegorical figure for jealousy. He is jealous of his wife's behavior with other people. She thanks them for bringing her some cherries on her every smile and every blush on someone else. He can't even bring himself to talk to her about her behavior. Murder is the only solution he can come up with. There is a madness theme. In My Lost Duchess, a husband murders his wife because she blushes and smiles at other people, even though these blushes are out of her control and probably entirely innocent. It is an outcome of an abusive, controlling husband. The Duke doesn't even want his wife to thank people for gifts because it makes him jealous. The next theme is hatredness. Robert Browning makes use a nameless Spanish monk to intolerance, a web of hypocrisy and deceit in his poem. Soliloquy of the Spanish cloister. The main subject of this poem is hatredness, clearly articulated through the themes of moral hypocrisy, jealousy, pride, and various poetic styles. The next theme is art and culture. In My Lost Duchess, which is a piece of art but a piece of fictional art, a poem about a pretend painting. The speaker of the poem, the Duke of Ferrara, is a canonizer and collector of art objects which he displays privately to impress people. The next point about the Robert Browning as a poet. Robert Browning was an English poet and playwright, prominent poets of Victorian era. That his poems often contain a detailed characterization, dark humor, dramatic monologue, soliloquy, psychotic, portraiture, and challenging about languages, you know. So the poem "My Last Duchess," "The Laboratory," and "Porphyria's Lover" are among his most famous poems. Robert Browning's early life, early life. Robert Browning was born on the 7th of May in Comberwell, London, England. He was the brilliant son of Sarah Anna. His father, Robert Browning, was a clerk in the Bank of England. Robert Browning was highly influenced by his mother's love for music and his father's scholarly interests. His father owned a huge library with 600 volumes of different languages. At 14, at 14, he had learnt Latin, Greek, Italian, and French, and learnt drawing, music, and dancing by several tutors for 2 years. He was taught at home during his early years. He was very much influenced by the poet of the time, P.B. Shelley, and Charles Darwin. He owned an honorary doctorate of civil law from Oxford University in 1887. He married to Elizabeth Barrett in 1846. He was a major English poet of the Victorian age, noted for his mastery of dramatic monologue. Browning began to write verses at the age of 6. His first published work was Pauline, a fragment of a confession, which was published in 1833. The major works of Robert Browning. So, Pauline, a fragment of a confession, which was published in 1833. The dramatic lyrics, which was published in 1842. Dramatic romances and lyrics published in the year 1845. Men and Women, published in 1855. Dramatic Persona, published in the year 1864. And The Ring and the Book, which was published during the year 1868 to 69. So, there is no need of explaining about these major works. Now, let us try to understand what is a dramatic monologue. What is a dramatic monologue? You know, see, dramatic monologue is a speech from a single person to a silent listener, where the speaker reveals characteristics and intentions of the speaker indirectly. We have to be the detectives there. Example, the poem Laboratory and the poem My Lost Duchess. These two poems are good dramatic monologues. The speaker of the dramatic monologue who creates a character and really not a poet. The speaker addresses a specific person or audience at a specific moment in time. So, this is to conclude. Uh, we have multiple choice questions here and answers too. You please go through these multiple choice questions, and I have given you assignment. You try to write about how does the Duke describe his last Duchess in Robert Browning's poem My Last Duchess. Justify my last Duchess as a dramatic monologue. analyze the character of Duke in Robert Browning's poem My Lost Duchess. For further studies, I have been given you reference books here. You know, you go through these references, and even though you can collect more information from this website www.victorian.era.org. Yes, thank you for listening me. Thank you, one and all.